Hello real world spectators, my name is Rain and welcome to another video log of my life on the Isekai realm. This is video log number 15 and today we'll be starting things out with looking at this mess that I have in front of me. Look at all those floating leaves that are slowly decaying away. And the reason for that is because I've been bone milling a lot of oak saplings in order to get these right here. As much oak wood logs as I can possibly get, because I'll be using a lot of these in my upcoming project, which is to build some sentry towers or some lookout posts here on the wall. So I'll be working on the village wall today. I'm hoping to make a lot of progress, so stay tuned and let's see what we can get done. I'm thinking about making the first ones near the gate, near the entrance here, so I'll start right here. So I'll be pillaring upwards with some oak logs. Hopefully this corner doesn't present much of a challenge, because the design I have in mind has mainly to do with like flat areas of the wall like this right here. So let's see, 2 blocks apart, we'll have it at least 2 blocks wide in between, so it's like 4 blocks. Yeah, I think a shape like that will work out, so I'll go ahead and build another one at the other side of the gate, and then let's see if it looks decent enough for us to work with. Alright, I've gone ahead and fixed it up a bit. I've also put another one on the other side, and notice that I've tried to keep this general area by the gate centered so that, you know, I can build something at the top afterward. And I think I'm satisfied with the height, so let's start. So when it comes to the roof of these towers here, I will be using some oak wood slabs because I don't think I want to use the same designs that the village houses have, just to have a little bit of variation. And so all of these slabs will be making their way like sort of like a stairway upward to this center right here. It's going to be a 4-block center like this. And I don't really like how it looks. Something seems a bit off. I mean, I do like how the roof looks itself, but it seems like it should be a little bit higher. So what I'm going to do is extend it upward a bit more and build a platform from where the roof is currently now and extend it upwards from there. So let me just remove all of these slabs that I put here for the roof, outline the new platform that we will start building on from, then extend the build upward by at least 3 blocks like that. So it's going to be a little bit higher and it will look more like a tower than it looked before. At least I hope so. So these pillars that I just put here serve as the new walls that extend up from this new base that I have here, the new base platform. And look at that, it does look much better so far. Now what we need to do is build a roof at the top and see how it turns out in the end. Okay, that didn't take too long, so I'm done with adding the roof. Let's see what it looks like. Much better, looking good. So what we're going to do now is to add a section here to make the tower look a little bit protruding. So what I'm going to do is remove these blocks from here so we can reuse, since it will be covered up anyway, and add little dividers using these same logs like that, one there and also one up there, and fill in the rest of the areas with oak wood planks just like this. That way it can look separate from the wall itself and not flat in with the actual wall. That way, you know, it has a separation and distinction between the wall and the towers itself. That looks really well. So I'm just going to add a bit more details into this and also do the other tower, and then I'll get back to you. There we go, that's the completed towers. On either side, you can see that I used some oak trapdoors and some fences for added detail and texture. Let's take a flight and see it from above. That looks really good. I really like how the roofs look from up here. Really nice. I'm quite satisfied with it. So what I'm going to do is also build more of these towers going along this wall right here, all around. So I have to figure out where I will place them, and then I'll get to building them off camera. But since it will be using a lot of resources, what I need to do is plant some more oak saplings and bone milling them and get back to you when I'm done. Alright, well, after a day of gathering resources and building, I can say officially that I've completed all of the towers that I wanted to have around the wall. And I think I have sufficient leftover resources for me to build the entrance gate area over here. I have something planned for that later, but first let's take a quick flight and look at all the towers that I have built so far, going all around the village alongside the walls. And of course, the reason why I chose this particular block palette and simplistic design is because I wanted to go well with the actual Plains village that I have here. So I basically wanted it to be cohesive and not look out of place in an actual Plains village. So let's take a look inside the actual towers, and you can see I put some oak trapdoors here that you can easily open, and then from here you can attack incoming enemies or anything like that, like a pillager raid. And you can easily access it through these ladders here, and you can just go to each of them once you're on the top of the wall like this. And I really like how it feels when I'm running under each of these towers like that. Alright, in order for me to start building a proper gate for the village, I had to plant all these oaks here and bone meal them in order for them to grow fast. And we have quite the little amount here. It looks like a mini forest. So what I'm going to be doing right now is harvesting all of these oak logs so that I can have enough resources in order to get started on the village entrance. Alright, now we can start building. And I'm not entirely sure what I want to do, so what I'll do is just mark out an area and build something on the spot and hope it comes out good. If it doesn't come out good, what I'll do is tear it down and try something else, I guess. So let's get to start building. I want to make these pillars on either side because I want it to protrude outward just as it does with the towers that I have already built. And this is the width that I'm going for the entrance. So it's going to be a little bit expanded, and I want to keep within the same theme of the towers that are on the sides. What I also want to do is build a roof here, and we won't be using the same style that we use on the towers. We'll be using one of the styles of the houses inside of the village, because this is a little rectangular in shape and it goes well with that as opposed to the circular one that's on the lookout tower. Whoop. What I'm going to do now, just as I did with the tower, is make a little platform using oak wood planks, just like this. So it will serve as an overhang for the entrance and also a platform for the little house-like structure that will be at the top of the entrance. What I'll do in the meantime, until I figure out a way to build a redstone gate that opens and closes automatically, is I'm going to be closing off this entire place with oak fences to keep it safe from mobs so that they don't enter and come in and destroy my village or kill my villagers. I'll also need to clear out a lot of these grass blocks from here because it's a little bit too elevated for the entrance and it actually blocks it off a bit, so I'm going to open the area a little more and collect the grass blocks for later use. Alright, I think I'm done with whatever I can do so far for the gate entrance here at the village. And this is what it turned out like. I really like how it looks. It actually has a little room at the top that can be used. And I removed quite a bit of grass blocks from around here so that the land is flat and in the same level of the village. We have doors here. The plan is, if anything, these doors are only temporary. We have a ladder going upwards to the room that we have at the top. This door is the actual door that will lead you into the village, but let's take a look up here. We have a little bit of space here. We can also use it as a lookout as well to attack enemies from. And also, this is the door over here that leads into the village. The little post at the top has the same design on both sides of the wall. I believe we're done with this particular project. Now let's move on to another project. Welcome back to Spawn Island, where many of my projects take place. And the project that we'll be working on is inside of that airship right there. Before I do anything, I want to go inside of my store and see all the profits that I've made so far. And this is taking into consideration that I've already given out the coupons, and I want to see if anyone has used it any at all. So I've been selling quite the amount of books so far, not bad at all. Let's see. Still no coupons being used, but that's great because I'm making more diamonds that way. And there we go, we have one coupon here with 3 diamonds off. Someone already used it. That's great. Still making them diamonds. Let's see if anything in here. Yes, another one. Great. I think this was a good way of making money. I'm going to keep these. Maybe I might give out coupons again later on. Nothing in the sharpness. And nothing in the looting. Alright, that's great. I made a total of 50 diamonds. Wow. Let's see if we can make it inside of the airship through one of the gaps at the front of it. Let's see. Carefully. Down. Yep, I made it. Smooth landing. Alright, now that we're inside of the airship, you can see the changes that I've done with this gray floor here. Gray concrete. We have the edges that have been changed to yellow terracotta and regular terracotta. I ran out of gray concrete, so that's what I will be continuing. I already made some more that I'll be using for the ceiling. Well, I guess that's what I have planned, but I still need to gather up a little bit more resources in order for me to get this done. So next up, I'll be working on the interior of the airship. What the? Do you see that? Someone is jumping on a horse over there. I wonder who that is. That looked absolutely funny just now. Well, time to get distracted a bit. I'm going down there to find out who it is that's riding one of my horses that I had left down there. Hey, Yuki, come back. That's my horse. What the? But what the? That horse jumped so high. That horse jumps so high. What on earth? Do horses even do that in real life? That's absolutely hilarious. I think Yuki likes to get distracted in this world just as much as I do. Anyway, I should probably get back to working. But I really want to check out, like, I think I really need to go and try and ride that horse and see how fun it will be. I actually got this horse a while back and I forgot it even is here on this island. Now that I think about it, Yuki was holding the coupon that I gave him in his hand, so he's probably making a purchase. In the meantime, what I'll do is take a little ride on this horse. I had no idea it jumped so high. Whoa! Whoa! I like how you tilt backwards when you're riding the horse when you jump. This horse jumps so... Ooh! Ooh! Sorry, horse! Sorry! Okay, enough riding for now. What on earth is Yuki doing? He's just there sneaking around. He's been in that bookstore for quite some time now. Hello? Suspicious. Guys, I have a bit of bad news to share with you all. So what I was doing is basically minding my own business in the nether, collecting nether quartz, when basically this happened. A ghast went ahead and decided to destroy the floor below me. So basically I lost everything. All my armor, all my levels, all my stuff that I've been collecting. And all I have now are these carrots here that I just got because, well, I have no food to eat as well. I had all my best food on me at the moment. So what I'm going to do is check my equipment box, my toolbox, and see what I have backups for. I do have one for a sword, a pick, and also, well, I don't have one for a bow. This one is infinity. What I was using was a bow with mending, so I need to work on getting one like that. I also have these backup, well, these are not backup. These are armor that I had or that I got when I used to go on end raids. So I guess I'm going to be using these for now until I recreate my armor. And I think one of the things that I want to be working on soon is creating an armor specifically that would work and save me in case I fall in lava in the nether. So so much for working on the airship interior. I think I have to grind a bit now in order to make my new armor. So let me just get everything that I need in order to get the ball rolling. The first thing I'm going to need in order to enchant anything at all is get myself some levels. Unfortunately for me, I built this guardian farm so many video logs ago. It still has its uses, thankfully. I haven't decorated in here, and even though I said I would, I guess I have to get back at it. I've been very distracted by many other projects, but at least I still have this here working quite fine. So I went back to my bookstore and I got myself some of my books actually in order for me to mend my elytra because it has no mending on it. So that's the first thing I'm going to be enchanting for today. And I'll use this unbreaking and mending book that I got from my library. Fortunately, I have a well-protected village with librarians that can help me replenish my stock. So then what I'm going to do next is purchase myself some of those enchanted books from the librarians within my Plains village. And well, what I need are lots of these. So it's not going to be easy. It's not as easy as saying that I'm going to go purchase it. I have to work hard and get myself some emeralds. And it's going to take a long time for me to gather that much emeralds only selling paper. So what I'm going to do is create a fake village away from this village in order to trigger some raids. And I'll start by setting down some rails that leads into the Plains village in the hopes that I can capture a villager from here and send it outwards into the pseudo village that I will be using in order to trigger the raids. Alright, let me just set this minecart here and hope that a villager walks by and goes inside of it. Or maybe I can just push one in. Let's see if I can push this fisherman with no name inside of the minecart. Oh, there we go. Alright, let me just nudge him towards this direction and see if he goes. Okay, there we go. Unfortunately, that's not powered, so I guess I'll just keep nudging him until he gets where he needs to be. Okay, those ones over there are powered, so once he gets there, he will be moving faster. There we go. Alright, let's follow him. He should already be at the area that I had set out all the way over there. Hopefully that's far enough from the main village in order for it to be considered a village on its own. I believe what makes a village legit is our beds. So hopefully this guy doesn't jump out from here and get into any danger. But once I put a bed here, I believe it should be considered a village. So he can't come out from here because I just tried to jump out, but it seems he's moving around frantically because he wants to go back to the main village. Now what I want to do before I trigger any pillager raids is to remove the pillager patrol that I captured around that area earlier. So I'm going to use this splash potion of invisibility to become invisible and remove all my armor. And using this lead, I'll attach it to the boat and drag it all the way to the water behind me where I keep all the patrols that I capture. There they are. See, I told you they were very close to where I'm building the pseudo village over there. So the reason I want to move them from here is because, well, whenever I trigger a raid, I don't want these pillager patrol people here to be counted as part of the raid because they are close to it. So I want to keep them safe away as my prisoners until I am ready to do what I want with them. So using this lead, I'll pull the boats away and send them into the water with the other ones. Wow, this small lake here has become a very dangerous place. It's so dangerous to be here. I would have been dead many times over if I wasn't invisible. Alright, let's see if we can trigger a raid. Let's head to the experimental facility where we have pillager captains as prisoners. And I guess it's time for me to use one of them. So, pillager patrol captain number 1. It's your turn to be useful. There we go. We have Bad Omen. Now if we go to the pseudo village and see if we can trigger a raid, we can get things started. Nothing's happening. I think I must have done something wrong. Or maybe it needs more than one villager. I guess I can try that out. So I found this zombie villager nearby and I decided that I didn't mean to jump. Out. Don't burn, stay in the water. Don't be an idiot. Alright, so I saw this guy here and I decided that instead of getting another villager from my plains village, I will instead cure this guy and have him easily transported towards the pseudo village since he's closer. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I think by now he should have already been cured. Yes, he's already a villager. Great. Let's see. Let me make an opening here and set a minecart there and try to push this villager inside of that minecart. So let's see if we can get him out of the water quickly and into the minecart. Up. There we go. Alright. That was quite easy. And it's very close, so should be there in no time. Let me just set this bed here for this guy and wait around to see if he links to it and see if this becomes a legit village that will trigger a raid. Nothing happened, so I'm wondering if both of them need a workstation. So I'll take this grindstone over there right now and see if when he links to it, it triggers the raid. Oh, the raid has been triggered. Wait, what? It's not because of that. Let me remove these from here. Was it triggered here or was it triggered in my main plains village? I wonder. I don't see anything spawning around here. No pillagers. Oh no, I sort of figured that the pseudo village was a little too close to the main village. So maybe what happened is one of the villagers inside of the pseudo village linked with a workstation or a bed or something inside of the plains village, and that's what made it trigger inside of the village. So in the end, it wasn't a pseudo village after all because it wasn't far enough. Instead, it became an extension of the main plains village. Oh, okay, this is frustrating. I didn't want anything to happen inside of this village. Oh no, all of my villagers. I have to make sure that they are okay. And the reason I'm worried so much is because I know my villagers are idiots. Whenever there is a pillager raid, they don't go inside of their houses and lock the door. They just run about randomly, and sometimes even if they'd go inside of their houses, they would just leave the door wide open. This is frustrating indeed. I wonder where the pillagers spawned. I hope it's nowhere inside this village. This village is very huge, so the chances are that they will spawn inside of it. So the walls aren't very secure enough unless they spawn outside of it. But this, like I said, this village is really big. Where are they? I can't find them. Huh. For some reason, all the iron golems are here. I wonder why. Oh, I hear it. It's nearby. So either they're on the other side of the wall or they spawn inside of the wall. Okay, there it is. Oh, thank goodness. It seems that they spawn outside, which is great, and I'm going to leave them be outside there because if I kill them and another wave spawns, chances are they're going to spawn in here, and I don't want that at all. Now, because of my problematic and potentially costly mistake, I went ahead and built another pseudo village further away. Well, it's not really a village yet because I just captured 2 zombies that I saw roaming about, 2 villager zombies, and I brought the ingredients I need to cure them. So, potion of weakness and feed both of them a golden apple. Unfortunately, for the first 2 guys, I have no use for them, so I have to get rid of them or else they will become problematic in the near future when it comes to triggering raids. Sorry guys, but I have to do this. And now to use the second pillager captain as part of my experiments. There we go, we got bad omen. Let's try this one more time. Hopefully it goes through well. Alright, yes, the raid has been triggered and I'm far away from the main plains village, so whew, this is great. This is great news indeed. Now I can collect all the emeralds that I need by killing all the pillagers. And then I can buy all the books that I need from my librarians in order to make myself a good set of armor again. Okay, so now I am done with the first raid that I triggered in the outskirts of the plains. What I want to do now is remove this raid that's in progress in my plains village. And I don't want to get rid of these. Like I said before, I don't want to get rid of these guys here, the first wave, because chances are another wave will spawn inside of the village. So I figure I'm going to remove everything in this village that makes it a village, and that would be the beds. Once I remove all the beds from this village, and it's quite a lot of beds in this village, what should happen is that the raid should cease completely. So the pillagers won't recognize it as a village and the raid will be cancelled immediately. At least that's what I hope. So let's get started on this. I've already removed many beds and still it's on. I think I'm missing one. I think maybe in this building. Alright, there we go. The raid has stopped and I regained the bad omen effect. So now the village is safe, and what we can do now is travel towards the pseudo village that I created in the outskirts of the plains, and then we can trigger another raid there and collect more emeralds. But first, let me store all of these beds that I got from the village. And I was right, it's quite a lot. Alright, so what I'll do now is trigger another raid at the pseudo village in the outskirts of the plains. And I'll get back to you when I've done enough raids to collect sufficient emeralds to buy the books that I need to create the armor that I lost in the lava. Alright guys, it's been a tough grind, but I managed to get enough emeralds to get all the books that I need to get 2 sets of well-enchanted armor, and I'm hoping that some of you understand how much time it takes for someone to make such a good set of armor in the first place. So the first one that I will be going through with you guys is this set that I have here. It's called Igni's armor set, and this is the armor set that I will be using in the nether. Notice that each of these have fire protection 4 on them, each part. The helmet has aqua affinity and also respiration 3 because the lava is basically a liquid, and so whenever you fall in lava you will be able to dig faster, or when you fall in lava you lose air as well, so you will be able to last longer under the lava if you can't find a way out immediately. And notice that the boots has feather falling in case, well, if I fall from some heights inside of the nether, I will take less damage than, you know, otherwise. So I have that especially created for when I go into the nether. This one is basically just a recreation of the armor that I had before, and so I'll be putting this on right now actually because I have no armor on at the moment. So these ones are Prot's armor set because each of the parts of this armor set is enchanted with protection 4, which gives me general protection against mobs. And in case you were wondering about the names of the armor sets, that's because I have 4 special librarians in my Plains village that are assigned each of the protection enchantments, and I named each of the armor sets after the names of these librarians. So we have here Arrow, who does projectile protection, Prat, who specializes in protection, Igni, who is the master of fire protection, and finally Explo, who deals with blast protection. One more thing that I need to do before I stop with this armor making completely is to at least test out this fire protection 4 armor, Igni's armor set, with actual lava and see how long it will take for me to die if I fell in lava with this particular armor set. So let's go ahead and jump inside of this lava and test it out and see what happens. Alright, I'm taking damage, but the damage is very little actually. I'm actually, to a certain extent, I'm actually healing before more damage is being made. So this is a great armor set to have when going inside of the nether. Let's see what would happen if I actually wearing a pair of wings, a pair of elytra, while I fall into the lava. So let's do that now. It seems I do take damage faster than wearing the chest plate with the fire protection 4 on it, but if I didn't wear any armor at all that was enchanted with fire protection 4, I would have died quite a long time ago. So that definitely gives me some time to try to escape, but it's definitely better to wear the chest plate on when you're in the nether than having your elytra on. But most of us will be wearing elytra because, you know, if we fall, we try to fly away before we even hit the lava, right? Alright, so a bunch of us are gathered here. We have Miki, we have Yuki, we have Loki, we have Raskatron. And we decided that we will be making an end raid right now. So all of us will be traveling there together and trying to get wings for Miki and also for Yuki and Loki as well, because they have no wings yet. So that's what we'll be working on next. It's going to be fun because we don't work together that very often. We mostly keep to ourselves. And I think Pink Slip will be joining us later. I'm not sure, but if he does, that would be awesome. The more, the merrier. Unfortunately, I'll be out of time before I can record the entire journey. So what I'll do is just skip straight to Yuki getting his first elytra. Alright, Yuki, we made it safely to the ship. There's your elytra. Go ahead and get it, my friend. Yuki, it's right over there. Dude. Hey, are you zoning out? This guy. Your elytra is over there. Yuki! Are you kidding me? Maybe this will wake him up. Are you there? What? Okay. Just go ahead and get your elytra. Quick. We don't have much time in here. Alright, finally, after searching so long. Are you kidding me? Dude! Get the elytra. Stop playing around. This guy, I swear. Oh my, alright. You got it? Now put it in your ender chest. That way, in case you die, you don't lose it. This guy, he loves to play around a lot. Anyway, that's all the time I have for this video log, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Say goodbye, Yuki. Bye. Mata ne. As usual, thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you enjoyed it, please leave a comment below. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe because it helps the channel out a lot and I can continue creating more videos. And stay tuned at the end of this because I have a short clip of what everyone did for a very special friend on the Isekai realm. So when we were in the end, Pink Slip ended up joining us. So he was a part of the little expedition that we have, but it was short-lived because he fell over into the void and lost everything. So all of us that went on that particular end raid decided to get together and think of a way to give him a gift because he must be very discouraged after losing everything when he fell inside the void. So this is the gift box that we presented to him. We have the Helm of Friendship, a half stack of cooked pork chops, a stack of rotten flesh, and a silk touch shovel that was given by Loki Buns. We also have in here Greaves of Friendship, Boots of Friendship, which was given by Raskatron. They're both enchanted diamond gear. And we have here a half stack of iron ore and a diamond that was given by Yuki over there. Keep in mind that these people are not very rich, so we have a silk touch diamond pickaxe that was given so kindly by Miki. And then we have the gift that was given by me. Well, I'm a bit rich, so I'm a totem of undying, bookstore coupon, also a stack of emeralds because for some reason that's what he was going for in the end in the first place, a stack of rockets, and also the most important one, wings of friendship already enchanted with unbreaking 3 and mending. So this is the box that I will be giving him, and of course the box is also a gift from me, so he will be keeping that shulker box as well. And of course, I'm not going to hand him directly like that. What I'm going to do is hide it somewhere in his base over here. And when he sees this video, if he does at all, he will know where it is and where he can find it. And then I'm sure he's going to be very surprised and happy. And I think I'm going to hide it somewhere in this wall. So I'll just dig it there. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to grab this here and hide it inside of that hole. Notice I renamed the shulker box as the box of friendship. He will also be keeping this, as I said before. I'm going to stick it in there and then cover it up with let's say a dirt block, the same dirt block here. It will be easier for him to find after he sees this video, when he sees that dirt block out of place there. Right behind that is where his gift will be. So yes, Pink Slip, if you reach this far into the video, you will know that we all got together and put a gift box together for you. Let me just close these because I don't want anything coming in here. Anyway, I hope you enjoy Pink Slip. Let me know when you finally get this by leaving a comment below.